Hey YouTube, so in this video I'm going to share my experiences going over the road for the first time and making $1,500 and why I chose to go over the road instead of staying with Amazon. But hey, let's get into the video.
I've wanted a lot of things that I couldn't have. I've done a lot of things that I shouldn't have. But I live with no regrets because I would.
Alright YouTube, it's your boy Caleb, entrepreneur, Caleb CEO. Oh Lord, that light was short. Behind me didn't even get to go. One semi with a 53-foot trailer and me got to go 26-foot box truck. Anyway YouTube, check it out y'all. I'm on my way to pick up my first on the road load. We're going on the road. We're driving from Austell, Georgia, and I only had a deadhead about 10 miles from the house. And we're gonna take this thing all the way up to Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, just outside of Harrisburg, going towards Philadelphia. If you're familiar with that area, I am. I got family up there. But first time on the road, we got a good paying load for sure. Looking at like $1,500 for 761 miles or something like that. But a little bit over $2 a mile. Picking up now, dropping off tomorrow at 12. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. There is expected to be some little weather up in the northeast, some snow. So I'm actually going to drive as far as my ELD allows me to drive today. I want to get as close as possible so I can at least attempt my best effort to make this drop in time. So but yeah, it's going to be a good experience for me, man. I tried doing some local runs, did Amazon, and set my postal truck for like 4 or 5 straight days, nothing on the load board. I only got one run, which was a good experience, simple, quick, for almost $400 for 5 hours of work. But other than that, I didn't get nothing else going. So I did work with another local company here, Estes. Worked with them for one day, and it was crazy, very crazy, like I already told y'all. Nothing I would recommend. I mean, it's good. Maybe the first day they just kind of gave me the okie doke on that one, gave me a very, very difficult route. It was 8 stops up in the mountains, North Georgia area. It was a lot. But I'm new to this, man. I'm new business. You gotta get going. My insurance is gonna be due before the end of the month. My insurance is due, I think, on the last day of the month. So I gotta get going. You gotta make some money. So yeah. But about a minute away from the shipper, y'all. Picking up 10 pallets. I think it's some polygel or something like that. It's the commodity. Alright YouTube, we loaded up here. We are loaded up. 10 pallets. Getting ready to head to Pennsylvania. Receiver, they had me do all the work. I think I just got hustled. We'll talk about that. I thought it was no touch freight, but they made me use the pallet jack. But I'm alright with that. A little workout for the day, but let's get going. Alright YouTube, boy checked into a hotel last night, the Motel 6. The Motel 6. Ain't gonna lie to y'all. Is this a 1-star hotel? Probably. But it's $54 a night, and for the most part, it's all about saving money and being as cheap as possible. Y'all can see snow's coming down out there. It's snowing pretty good. about an hour and 15 minutes away from the receiver, trying to make sure that they're still receiving. I might have to pay for another night at the hotel and be safe because of the roads. But yeah, man. When you riding around the box truck over the road, I mean, my cab is not, DOT sleeper approved. It's not set up for that. So, this is what you gotta do, get a hotel. I mean, I could tough it out sleeping in the car, try not to get caught doing that, but I mean, it's gonna be a little tough. But just gotta suck it up. If my girlfriend's with me, she probably want to go to a nicer hotel. But I mean, I'm a guy, I don't care. I'm about saving money, so I mean, if it smells a little funny in here, it's all cool. Cause there's more money in my pocket. Cause man, while I'm over the road, I gotta do this every single night. I mean, those $49 gonna add up. But trying to see what the weather look like on the news, man. I'm gonna keep y'all posted because I'm about to try to get out of here if possible. So the dispatcher said that the receiver wasn't picking up. So I mean, I want to be on time, but if they ain't picking up their phone, I mean, anyway, they gonna understand. They understand what's going on. Everybody understand. They might not be picking up because they might not be coming to work today, to be quite honest. They might just be shutting it down. That might be the honest truth. It would be nice to get that $1,500 though today. But anyway, if you gotta wait, you gotta wait. Ain't no money worth your life. For real though. So if we gotta wait, we gotta wait. We ain't seen no snow like this in Georgia. If I get a snow day off, I might have to build me a snowman. Have some fun out here, y'all know. Build a little snowman. Jeezy the snowman. Anyway, but yeah, alright, I'll keep y'all posted though. I'm gonna head back inside. Maybe try to call the receiver myself and see what's up. Alright. So, YouTube, my dispatcher and broker wanted me to get out here and get this load delivered. I'm about 5 minutes away right now. To be quite honest, I mean, up until now, the weather was, it was snowing when I woke up this morning, and it slowed down a little bit and stopped. Now it's kind of like, I guess, a wintry mix, they call it. It looks like mostly rain. The interstate is, relatively clear, though. It was a lot of salt on the roads, and it was pretty smooth and clean. The big trucks are scraping it, relentlessly, non-stop. These roads around here, when I got off the interstate, was a lot rougher. I say that. But, so I'm just gonna cool it. I was supposed to be at this receiver at noon. It's about 1:30 right now, so hour and a half late. But I mean, hey, the weather conditions. We called the shipper the receiver all morning. They wasn't picking up. So I mean, wasn't no point in driving if they weren't showing up to work today or unloading today. Drive all the way over here, but the broker said should be good to go. Just got off the phone with the dispatcher, so yep. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully they are there and unload me real quick. There was another load that the dispatcher had booked me. Well, I don't know if she booked me, but she was telling me about, which was 2 hours north of here. I have to see what the conditions look like, see whether it makes sense. I mean, that one's for $1,100, a little less than $2 a mile. So, but this one's actually paying $2 a mile. It was $1,100 for that one, but we'll see though. We'll find out. But I was very precautious driving last night and today. There's been some trucks flying down the interstate. I mean, technically, there's a ban right now, or restriction on commercial vehicles, but there's plenty, I'm not going to say plenty, but there's still us out there on the interstate. So, hey. Alright. So, this looks like my destination here. somewhere over here is where I need to get unloaded. And guys, just like that, shipment has been delivered. 10 pallets just came off. Sitting over there, good to go. Let's see if we can check out and get to another load. Alright, YouTube. So this is the recap. So as you've seen, I started out looking to do Amazon. And I ended up going OTR, over the road. And the reason I did that was because I needed some money coming in. We need to start making money. Amazon's kind of slow right now. I tried one local dedicated route, but at the end of the day, we had to get going. We had to start making money. So just came across a good opportunity. In my situation, I'm renting a truck, meaning that every week I got to make a payment, and every month my insurance is going to be due. That's fine with me because I'm looking to hustle. If you own a truck, then maybe you can drive when you want to drive, or you finance it and you got a little bit more free time. But for me, my business, I'm aggressively trying to scale this business up and make as much money as possible and continue to grow. So I'm okay with having a little bit of pressure on me to perform. And in this business, you got to hit the ground running. You got to get going. But Amazon was a little slow, so you got to pivot. You either got to find some local dedicated routes, or you got to hit the road. I don't mind hitting the road. I mean, my situation may be different from other people's situation. I'm single, I have a girlfriend, but I'm not married. I don't have children, so getting out on the road, going across country, is no problem to me. Your situation might be different, but that's why I just jumped on the road. It was great money. My first route was $1,500 going from Georgia to Pennsylvania. We'll deep dive into that right now. So let me go ahead and show y'all the route that I had to travel. So as y'all know, I live in the great city of Atlanta, Georgia. So let me show y'all our deadhead. We just had a deadhead to Austell, Georgia, which wasn't too far actually. So we had a deadhead just about 14.6 miles, from our home here in Atlanta, Georgia. And then we took that up to Pennsylvania. So this is our route, 760 miles, 11 hours and 38 minutes, which is actually a little bit more, and I'll explain that to y'all. Because even though it said 11 hours and 38 minutes, that's if your truck can do the speed limit. My truck cannot do the speed limit. It is state governed at 65 miles per hour. So to be quite honest, I have to add 5 minutes to every single hour because of the speed of my truck, and it's just the way it goes with the Ryder trucks. But total of 760 miles based on being paid $1,500 for this trip. But as y'all saw, $1,500 based on 760 miles. It was 14 deadhead miles included. Go all the way to Pennsylvania. We end up having a rate per mile of $1.97, which is really close to that industry standard that most people like to hit of $2. So really, really great route. My first route. I actually told the dispatcher who actually found me this route. I told him I would leave on Thursday, and she said, we got this great route going to Pennsylvania tomorrow. I was like, well, I guess I'm leaving tomorrow, which was Wednesday. We jumped on there and we went up to Pennsylvania. My only cause of concern about going to Pennsylvania was there was a snowstorm coming in. So I drove as many hours as I could the first day, just so I can get as close to my the receiver drop location as possible, because I didn't know what to expect. Like y'all saw in the video, the roads were snowy. They did have restrictions, but the storm wasn't as bad in the area I was in Pennsylvania that they thought it was going to be. It wasn't as bad. It was worse a little further southeast. But I was in central Pennsylvania. It wasn't as bad. The roads were pretty good actually. It snowed overnight, and by the time that morning hit, we was ready to go. So So let's talk about the challenges I faced on this load. So one thing was, it was a late pickup, meaning that I chose to pick the load up late because they said you got till 5 to pick it up. I think I picked it up around about 3:30, which was a mistake, because when you pick up a load, start your week off picking up a load late, it's gonna throw your whole week off. Because just the way your hours of service work, you know, you ideally want to pick the load up 8 in the morning, you know, 9, 10, you know, early afternoon, morning to early afternoon. That way you can drive the evening, you know, all day to get to your destination if it's due the next day. And then drop it off that morning, then you have enough time to find another load, you know, that next morning. Because if you pick it up late in the evening, you know, you're gonna drive all evening to middle of the night, and then you gotta take a 10-hour reset. Then so when you're dropping that load off, it's not first thing in the morning, it might be in the afternoon again. Then you gotta worry about trying to get to another shipper who you might have to deadhead an hour or two to get to, or more. So, you know, that's why I say pick the load up as early as possible and drop it off as early as possible, so you can find another, you know, load before shippers and receivers start closing. Usually, you know, they can close at 1, 3, or 5. Most times I'm seeing shippers close between 3 and 5 o'clock, you know, but some do close early, like 1 o'clock. They shut you off, and you know, you're stuck with that load on your truck until the next day if you don't make it there before the designated time. But also, you know, picking the load up, supposed to be no-touch freight, unlike Amazon. But when I got to the shipper, you know, they asked me if I had a pallet jack, and you know, they just told me to load the truck up, which, you know, usually, you know, I think maybe because it was my first go around, I let that happen. But you know, it wasn't no big deal to load 10 pallets on. It was very light pallets. When I actually got to the receiver, you know, they was actually surprised that I was actually helping them unload the truck. It was, you know, it was actually a man and actually a woman, and you know, she was surprised I was actually helping. But you know, I don't mind getting in there, getting it done. You know, speeding up the process, getting a little workout in at the same time. But anyway, YouTube, if you made this far in the video, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. If you like this type of content, you know, hit the notification, because I'll be making more videos and you'll get instant information when they drop. Thank you.
Everything I used to dream being real right now. If it wasn't